myself how I want to be treated.
Doctor,
I'm going to my checkups.
That right there is so underrated.
Important.
Y'all don't go to the doctor. Going off of what you said, right? Do you believe in 50-50 relationships?
No. So you're not dating? Let me interview you. You're not dating?
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning to the Latest Podcast.
Don't be texting, don't be calling.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Ladies Always Win Podcast.
Yes.
I'm your host, Miss Law, and today I have a guest because we're just rolling. We're here with the guest, and this guest happens to match the set, which
Yes.
I find, I love the A for effort.
Yes, thank you.
But we have Miss Tai Marie here, and
Yes.
yeah, I mean, how are you? What's going on?
I'm doing really well. I'm matching the set because, I'm feeling a Barbie theme, right? Everything is all Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie has been like,
Taking over.
Have you seen the movie?
I did.
Really? Was
I
it good?
did. It was really good.
Everyone said that it was
good.
like real mediocre, like because I mean the marketing for it is just so crazy.
Yeah.
But people said they didn't like it.
No, I feel like the marketing, it probably didn't match up. Like, it probably overhyped the movie.
Yeah.
But the movie was really good. I was inspired.
I just feel like there's no way that they made as much money as they spent on the marketing. I just can't
you
even
don't
imagine.
think so? I think so.
But like there was like a Barbie mansion. That's like $10 million
that's true.
right there.
That's true.
Right? And then like they have like the Barbie cafes, and that's not even like going into like the social media ads. Like this is
That's a
just
fact.
like physical things that you can go in real life and like see. But yeah, no, I definitely think that like all the advertising though, as far as like having it like out and about. But I feel like Barbie kind of a little bit ties into the episode theme, right? So today we're talking about princess treatment, which is a very like trendy term. Like what do you think princess treatment is?
I feel like princess treatment is honestly being treated how we deserve to be treated. Like soft, luxury, like just like a woman. That's how I feel like princess treatment is. I feel like a guy should make his lady feel like a lady.
Right. See, I feel like princess treatment has like almost, because like the dating standards of the world are so vastly low. It's like, think of like the bottom of the earth, think the core of the earth, and then somehow think like 10 notches below that. That's the state of dating. Because of that, I feel like people's standards are like non-existent.
No, that's
and people are turning like princess treatment into like the bare minimum.
Like what?
Like meaning in the sense of like if somebody, like if a guy like opens a door for you, bitches are at her like, princess treatment?
Not
like,
open a door for you.
No, like it's really like bare. But like the TikToks that I be seeing at least of girls are like, oh, this is princess treatment. And it's just like if he like buys you flowers. And I'm just like.
Well, for me, I've been in a relationship for 3 years, and my princess treatment is different. Mine
Really?
is like we're buying property where
He's getting you a
building
legit
future.
castle.
So
That's
my
princess treatment.
I feel like my standards is probably too high because I'm used to.
Well, I mean, they can't be too high if you've been in a relationship for 3 years.
Yeah, so I mean, like when I define princess treatment, I mean literally like building a life together, like going to therapy together, like taking care of each other.
Wow.
So my princess treatment, I guess, is different. I don't mean like opening the door. I mean like
You mean like
let's
legit?
go car shopping.
See, okay, that's the thing. Is I feel like I think you're the first guest I've had on here who's actually been in like a long-term relationship, which is good, right? Because I feel like a lot of the girls like want to like know and like hear more things about that, of like kind of like, I guess, like how do you stay in a relationship so long and things of that nature. But I feel like the first thing that I would want to know is like, how do you think you got your boyfriend to give you princess treatment? Like, how did you get that to happen?
I feel like I set the standard, like I set the tone. I came into the relationship saying, this is what I require. I was always open and honest about my requirements. And if you decide you don't want to meet it or match it, then that's your
on
business.
you.
But I give you the option. I let you know.
Yeah,
this is what I require. I'm not like one of those like, well, let me just act like a little
yeah,
shy.
like let me just.
Nah, I come in the door like.
It's this or that. Boom.
Right, and I'm also the youngest of my family, so just automatically, like I have like this. I guess they say like this spoiled energy around me, and so I feel like it just was matched. Like, you knew what you signed up for.
See, I feel like that's the thing is like a lot of girls, like I like preach having standards. I tell girls all the time, you have to. But I feel like that's the thing is like, I feel like girls are afraid to have standards because it's almost like they're afraid of the rejection.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like they don't understand that it's like you're probably gonna reject so many people before you find like the one person.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're not like super clear on like your standards and things like that, I feel like it can be. So it's like how many like failed attempts did you have before you found somebody that like met the criteria and you never switched up, change? It wasn't like after maybe 4 or 5 guys you were like maybe I should.
No. Yeah. I feel like I've kissed a lot of toads, right?
Kissed a lot of frogs, as they say, before you found your prince.
But I wasn't discouraged. I feel like just like in my younger years, I was just open and dating whoever to figure out what I liked and how I liked and who I liked, just experimenting and exploring. So I never really put pressure on dating. And I knew that, when God said it was time for me to date and find the person I was supposed to be with, then I would find that person. So dating never was like a big deal for me. Like,
right, yeah.
I just was chilling and exploring.
Yeah, you were like, that's the thing too, is I feel like.
Definitely was focused on what I had to
be
focused on.
Yeah, your own life.
Yes.
I feel like that, a lot of girls that lose
themselves in
first.
That. Yes.
Speaking of that, let's tell the people, what do you do? Which I find her job to be very interesting, but.
Well, I'm a digital producer and a social media specialist for radio stations, Hot 97 and WBLS. Yeah, and I also part-time have a radio show called Ladies Night. Ladies Always Win.
I love that.
On
Come
Hot
on. I did not
97.
know that.
Yeah, I do. It's on Friday nights on Hot
Period.
97, yeah. So I always knew I wanted to be somebody or something. When I got out of school, I graduated college, I was like, I got this degree. I spent all this money. We got to go make something of it. And so dating kind of came secondary to what I really wanted to accomplish, which was a career.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of girls, they get it like super backwards and they're like, but I mean, it's not like it is girls' fault. Like I feel like guys be in my comments like, you don't be telling the girls and like taking responsibility. Yes, I do. I be telling them. And I feel like as much as I feel like it is like girls and like, like the women of our society's kind of fault for doing that, like switching it, I feel like we also get taught as women to just go out and find a man. Yeah. It's like cool, like you're this age, like I feel like I think it's changing now, but it's more like, like look pretty, make sure you could do these things, and then like this man's gonna come into your life, everything's gonna be okay. But I feel like it is really important to like have your own thing, have your own vibe, to kind of get into like, before you get into a relationship, having something to focus on. Yes. So okay, boom. So you had your standards, right? Your standards were super high. You didn't change them. Nope. And then you met someone that kind of like matched up with that. And so how have you, like, do you think that, because here's the other thing too, right? Some guys will give you princess treatment, let's say for like, when like you can like do something, it's like a free trial. Yes. It's kind of like that. Like they'll give it to you for 7 to 14 days. Yes. And then once you guys are like dating or after a month or something like that, it kind of, they just get lazy. Yeah. So I feel like how have you been able to like maintain that dynamic in your relationship for 3 years? That's a long time.
That's a long time. Well, I will say, first and foremost, which is so important to me, is that I treat myself how I want to be treated. I
say that so much. Like I tell girls, I'm like, bro, like I get the golden rule is treat other people how you want to be treated. But before that, you have to treat yourself, because it's like you teach the whole world how to treat you. Like everyone looks at you and they're going to then know, okay, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Okay, boom.
Yes, I take care of myself. I show up for myself in the ways that I want other people to show up for me. So I feel like I can't require, my partner to treat me this way and take care of me and love me this way if I'm not giving that to myself. And so because that's how I treat myself, that's how my relationship reflects that. There's no room for anything else, because I'm giving it to myself. I ain't dating nobody who's not going to give it to me as well. I could be by myself. Right?
Yes. You see, you're just saying all the, I'm just sitting here like, I feel like I have some popcorn. I'm like,
ladies.
Like that's like all the things that I'm always saying and that I'm always talking about. Like everything is like an example, and I guess like how you set that example. What would you say, right, some of the things are that you do?
For myself.
Yeah, for yourself, that kind of give off that vibe. And because a lot of girls, like, they're like, okay, like, cool, that sounds really dope. Like, I want to do that, but like, what do I actually do? Like, what can I really do?
Well, I believe that showing up for yourself, for me, it looks like taking care of myself physically. So I'm in the gym. I'm eating right. I have a primary doctor. I'm going to my checkups.
That right there is so underrated.
important.
Y'all don't go to the doctor. And like, I
to the
get it. I
doctor.
get it. Everyone's healthcare situation. I'm about to be 26. So my mom has been calling me and she's like, just so you know, you're not about to be on this. And she's hyped. I guess she's going to save a bunch of money. So she's waiting. So she's like, listen, just let you know. But yeah, y'all don't go to the doctor. Like, go to the doctor. It's okay. Like, get checked out.
And there's free resources out there for you to be able to have free health insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So you have to do your due diligence.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned that.
Yes. But not only physically, but mentally. Like, when I got to a point in my life where I felt like mentally, I can't do it by myself. I can't really figure it out. It's a lot. Life comes with a lot.
Yeah.
I got a therapist. I went to get me a therapist. Yeah.
How long have you been in therapy?
It's been about 6 months, and it's a game changer.
Oh,
it's a game changer.
I feel like I. The thing is that like I know that I'm crazy. I know that. No. It's okay. It's really fine. But the thing is, you know, I've done my Google diagnosing. Okay. That I'm like, do I really gotta sit down for like this person with a degree to tell me?
Yes.
And just like put a stamp on it, like, hey, you're crazy. You know what I mean?
Because when I first started therapy, I thought that I had something wrong with me too. I'm like, girl, I gotta be something.
Yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah. And then when we really dig deep, it was actually nothing. I don't have nothing wrong with me.
So I might not be crazy? Wait a minute. I should go.
You're not crazy. Having a therapist is just like having a best friend who can guide you.
Right, because it's something about having somebody who has like no relationships with nobody in your life. Like, and like their perspective is just on top of the fact that obviously like they're trained, they're in school, but it's just like, yeah, like I just feel that has to be nice to be like, yo, I could tell them like anything because like they're not going to judge you. Yeah,
and
like,
they don't even know what you're talking about, why you're talking about it. They're just literally giving you guidance. They're guiding you. They're not advising you of anything.
They should be called guidance counselors, not them things in school. Therapists should be called guidance counselors because that's what they really do.
I believe that therapists are godsend. My therapist is godsend. That has been a game changer. So that's another way I show up for myself. And then I take care of myself in the self-care aspect, right? So people believe that self-care is getting your nails done and getting a massage, which is self-care.
It can be, yeah.
But like, I'm like, in the morning, I'm meditating. I need a second. Before we wake up and we talking and we in each other's face, I need time.
Falling asleep. I've tried like meditating and it just turns into...
But meditating could be however you want to interpret it.
Yeah, that's what I learned. I was trying to do the atypical sit there and I was like, I can't do it. Like before coffee? Are you kidding me? if I close my eyes for more than 10 seconds before I have coffee, my body's like, oh, bet we're going back to sleep. Amazing. And then I'm out.
No.
But yeah, I try to do like more like meditative. I mean, like I like journal in the morning.
Yes.
That's like my thing, journaling, or like I just like listen to like worship music or just some kind of like peaceful, calm moment.
Start your morning. You have to, in my opinion, I feel like you have to start your morning off how you want to the rest of your day to reflect. So I'm starting off with positivity. I'm feeding myself positivity. And these are just ways I show up for myself. Of course, I afford myself a lifestyle that I would like to live. Before I expect anybody to do anything for me, I have to make sure I can do it for myself, right?
Yeah.
So if I want nice things, I gotta go out there and get it. And then just having a partner who can also contribute to that lifestyle, right, is a bonus. But I want you to know I come with these things.
Exactly.
I'm not looking for it, but I
got it. See, I like that because again, right, I always go with the philosophy of like you have to, like I don't understand girls who like just wake up and they just feel like this man should buy me every Gucci, every Louis, and I'm like, have you ever purchased that for yourself?
Right.
And they're like, well, no, but if he's my boyfriend, he should do it for him. But it's like I'm like, fellas, on that one, I got you. I get it. Like, I wouldn't want to do that either. Like, obviously, it's like cool. Like, you want the person you're with to like buy you whatever you want, so to speak. But it should be things that you, I think, can provide for yourself. But I feel like as someone like, right, like what you're saying of like, cool, you came with this. I came with everything I got. I got my own stuff. Where then does a partner fit into your life if you really don't need them?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
so I feel like a partner is literally like a partner. We're in a partnership. So where I lack, you pick up. Where you lack, I pick up. But also I do believe like take care of me. Like I like to be taken care of, but I feel like I find independence and it's so important for me to know that if this relationship falls astray or if something happens, I can take care and provide for myself.
Exactly.
But I I do like nice things. I do believe that, I mean, we're not doing no 50-50 in my household, but
Talk about it.
I believe
Okay,
that,
okay.
It's some bills that you should take care of, some bills that I should take care of. And we're gonna rock like that. We're gonna be literally partners.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to just be like, just lay at home and, take care of the house. I have to go out and get it. I'm a Leo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
you ain't laying around doing nothing.
I'm going to work.
You're
I'm gonna go figure it
outside.
out.
Yeah, you're grinding. I love that.
Yeah, I'm grinding. That's always how I'm gonna be. No matter what level of success I reach, I'm just gonna strive to get more. And I feel like that to me makes the perfect relationship. We both grinding during the hours of 9 to 5. We are getting to it.
Yeah.
But afterwards,
Yeah, then you have that
each other,
time.
yes.
And so I feel like what are some things that I think you feel girls should be looking for in like when they're trying to like figure out if they want to date somebody? Because I feel like a lot of girls, like they end up in like these fizzled out relationships, 3 months here, 5 months here, maybe a year. But I feel like the reason why their relationships don't last, let's say 3 years, is because they are not like asking the right questions in the very beginning. That it's like, then they realize after a month or two that it's like, oh, I don't really even like you. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are like the questions and the real qualities you should be asking?
Yes. Well, I feel like, okay, so for me, what's most important to you, right? For me, what was most important is your family dynamic. What type of family do you come from? I want to have children. What's your health looking like? Are you healthy? Do you have your family have any medical histories? How do you feel about when it comes to bills? Are you a 50-50 type of person? Are you a 80-20? Let's talk about that before we get into a relationship. Also, like, just small things. What are your hobbies? What are you into? Do you like to work? Do you want to work? Do you have a job? I was listening to your last interview.
Oh my God, okay.
Right? Where the girlie, she said that she doesn't believe that you should date if you're broke. But I feel like
Kristen Anna, she let him know, and that clip was like going so viral because everyone was in the comments eating her up. But I was like, she said what she said, but a period at the end,
and that's it. But I believe that dating broke. I don't know if I would date somebody who's broke, but it's levels to brokenness, right? So if you're in a relationship and you go broke, but you have aspirations to get the money back, like
you're gonna ride or die. You're gonna ride or die for whoever,
right? But if you broke and you lazy,
then you're not getting out of it. My biggest thing is I'm like, I think as I've gotten older, I think financial stability and like a romantic partner, it's become more important. But like when I was in the words of John Mayer, a young bull back in the day. I feel I never really cared how much money a guy made.
Facts.
I always felt like, okay, like what is your mindset? Because even if you work at McDonald's, but if you have a hustle mindset and you're using your paycheck every week and you're flipping it and you're doing something and you're building, because I feel like every success story has a beginning, you feel me? So I'm not gonna ever shit on somebody's beginning, you know what I mean? Like if you gotta do what you gotta do, but I feel like it's a mindset thing.
It is.
But going off of what you said, right? Do you believe in 50-50 relationships?
No, it doesn't work for me personally. I mean, 50-50 in the aspect of if it has to be 50-50, it can be. But am I dating a partner who is asking me to pay half of the bills? No, I'm not. It's more like a 80-20, 90-10.
But so why is that though? Like even the difference between 50 and 80, I feel like it's not necessarily so much about like the actual like percentage, right? Like split down the middle. I think it's the mindset. People are either very cut and dry. It's either I'm not paying shit or I can help you out.
Yeah, I can definitely help out. I feel like in my relationship, the reason why it's not 50-50 is because I'm dating someone who is, I guess, the breadwinner. I'm dating someone who likes to take charge, who likes to take control. This is my house. I'm setting the tone.
How do you as a Leo deal with that?
I sit back and let me stack my savings account.
Yeah, I just feel like Leo women really don't tend to be with like very like aggressive men like that, because Leos are just themselves very like that. So it's like, how you not
very aggressive? No, when it comes to the splitting the bills and the money, there's no argument there. Because one thing about Leo, we like our money. I do understand like the aggression, but there's no aggression in the beginning. I will be honest, like the year 1 of our relationship, it was like, what's up, like
what we doing here, what we doing?
But once we set the tone and we grow both further in our careers, and money is less of a conversation. As you get older, you should be you should be, you might not be, but you should be moving to a space where money can come secondary, hopefully, God willing.
Yeah,
and you can talk
should,
about other things, you
exactly.
know? You should be aiming for financial stability, you and your partner, so that money doesn't have to be a conversation. But I feel like that is like a mature, older thing. Like when I was 25, a little tenderoni like you, I wasn't really tripping because I wasn't trying to build a future with somebody. I was just dating.
Yeah, exactly. There's such a big difference.
It's such a big difference.
Yeah.
And I feel like now at my age, I feel like I'm dating to get married. Like I said, buy property, have children.
Yeah, like you're actually building a future.
I'm building a future. So now money, we don't have to really discuss anymore because it's understood. Like whatever, however we got to get it, we got to get it. So it ain't even no sense of sitting up and talking about it.
Yeah. She's like, it is what it is. I feel because I think like I feel like if once you start to look at relationships, like you said, like a partnership, it is always going to be some kind of 50-50, 80, whatever. There really is no such thing as like everything is 50-50. It's just that I feel like what happens is like if you're like a female and you're providing your whole life, right? You're doing everything. And then you get into a relationship. It's like the energy and the work that you were, let's say, putting into your bills. Cool. Now maybe he's going to pay your bills, but now whatever that energy that you had, you're just going to put towards something else that's like in the house, or you're going to pour it into this person who's helping you. Like it's the same amount of energy out. I think it's just like where you put it and where you push it. You know what I mean? You're the longest relationship person that we've had on the show thus far. 3 years. I wonder if we can get someone who's had longer than that. But what would you just say, like your overall just tips for having like a long-term, happy, healthy? Because some of y'all be in 5-year relationships, toxic as fuck. Just because you've been dating him for 7 years, don't mean nothing. Doesn't mean that it's good for you. So for the people that are in these long-term dynamics, this is gonna be your test. Listen to these, and it'll let you know if you're toxic or not. So yeah, what are your like tips for that?
So I will say, to show up for your partner in the way that your partner doesn't show up for you.
You think like love languages plays a role?
Did I say that right? What I mean, let me rephrase that. What I mean is where your partner lacks, you should pick up. I feel like that makes for a healthy relationship. I do believe 100% that love languages play a huge part. You have to speak to your partner's love language, or else it's just like,
to me in your love. Come on, SZA, she done told y'all.
Yeah, because if not, you just, what are you doing? Like, you're just dating.
Yeah, the communication won't be there.
Yeah, it's not making sense. So what I mean by where your partner lacks. So for example, in my relationship, like mentally and physically, that was something that was really big for me. Like, let's be strong mentally and physically together. So that means let's get to the gym together. Let's eat healthy.
Oh, I love that. Y'all besties. I already know the kind of dynamic y'all got.
We are besties. And I am a vegetarian, right? Let me just throw that out there. So when I first got into this relationship with this Haitian person.
Oh, he was not vegetarian, I'm going to guess.
No, it was a lot of meat. It was a lot of Chick-fil-A. It was a lot of burgers, beef. Yeah. And not saying that anything is wrong with it, but I'm just saying, like, let's eat healthy together. So we can,
you gotta be. I think you gotta be conscious, because don't they always say that like when you start dating somebody, like everyone like gains weight because it's just like you get comfortable.
Yes,
but I think it's because if you make the conscious effort of like, listen, like, because something about, I think a lot of people have the motivation to stay fit for a potential partner. It's just a thing. So that once you actually find that person, it's real easy to like
let it go.
Yeah, you're like, oh, gotcha.
And we did let ourselves go. I did gain myself. I gained a lot of weight, but so I just mean pick up where your partner lacks. So if this week your partner don't have the money for the rent, help him out. Or if mentally your partner is having a tough week, chill off him a little bit. Like, give him
You don't
space.
complain about everything. You know the things that you don't really got to bring up. Like, as females, we all have things that it's like, I'm going to choose.
Yes.
I'm going to make a conscious decision to just ruin your night.
Yes. No, don't do that. Because we're in a space, I feel like 2023, everybody's going through something.
For real.
Life is happening for all of us. And I feel like in your home life, you shouldn't make it more difficult. Right. So take it easy on your partner. If they ain't having a good week, let them be. And also, I feel like just meeting each other where you're at. So let me say this. If you are career oriented and you're driven and you're motivated, I don't believe that you should date somebody who's lazy. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you have to have the same life goals.
Right. And that's what I was saying, like with the broke thing, if you're dating somebody who is financially struggling or challenged right now, I feel like at least if they have the drive and the motivation, you can meet them in the middle. Right. So I feel like just meeting your partner where they're at, and don't expect what they're not giving or offering. Like, I know my man don't got a lot of money, but I still want a Range Rover. Oh, that sets for disappointment. Yeah. So I really strongly
realistic expectations. I be telling y'all.
Yes. and meet your partner where they are. Like, meet in the middle. Where whoever it is, whatever it is, just meet right here so that there is no room for confusion or chaos. Like, just vibe, be on the same page, the same frequency.
The woo-woo energy out there for y'all, the frequency, the vibes. I love that. Wow, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever gonna,
And a lot of love.
Yeah, if I'm ever gonna get to like utilize these tips, because
Yes, you will.
I think I'm gonna be one of those, what are they called? Like, not the Amish people, but there's definitely a term for people that just be solo
Single?
dolo out here, just living it up. I feel like that's gonna be me.
So you're not dating? Let me interview you. You're not dating?
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning to the Latest Podcast. I'm just like, I be chilling. Oh, we actually have 2 minutes on the camera, but no, I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I feel like for me, like, it's so funny because a lot of people be asking me that, but I'm just like, guys, like, I'm like that meme of like, I'm like, guys, the coach knows the plays, but I don't play. I'm not a player. I'm a coach.
Okay. No, because this is the expression. Every therapist needs a therapist.
Yeah.
So if a therapist needs a therapist, you could be a coach and still be coaching.
Yeah. I think a lot of the things I talk about too, it's more or less from like my past experience. Right now, I'm just chilling. Like I'm in the physical sort of like, I'm just doing my work, right? I'm here on this podcast. I'm doing whatever.
Yeah, music.
Music. Like that's really like my main vibe. That like dating is so secondary to me because I'm just like, I just feel like I've heard this like this, I don't know if it's like an analogy, but you know how like horses have like the blinders on?
Yes.
Right?
Love that.
And I heard this like sermon and the guy was saying how like, if you're doing that and you're like running your race and you're running full speed and you don't stop, you might look to your left and see somebody. And if you're running at 90 miles an hour and look to your left, that means the person to the left of you is also running 90 miles an hour. So I feel like that automatically just means, boom, I'm finding you in the right predicament.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
love
Like
that.
we're both doing our thing. So I'm here vibing, talking to people like you, doing what I do. But thank you so much for your time and your insight and your just beautiful thoughts. Tell the people where they can find you and I'm gonna have all your shows and stuff down below. So definitely check them out. But just so that y'all know.
You can follow me on Instagram at DYETAI, Die Tie.
I like that.
That's me.
It's a little morbid, but
no, it's like tie-dye. Like tie-dye and shirt with backwards.
Yeah, because I'm just listening to it and I was like, no, I don't want you to, none of that.
No. Damn, I just realized
right?
that.
It should be like live, laugh, tie.
Yeah.
All
That's where you can find me.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you liked this episode, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have not left a review, what is going on? Y'all hear me talk about it every episode. So do me a favor, leave us a little 5-star review, and we will be back next Wednesday.
So cute.
Throw up the W's. Blah, blah, blah.